Let's go. I'm gonna dye my hair again. Shocking. I'm not dyeing it a different color, I'm just redoing the brown because I don't think you can tell in this lighting, but it's basically red again. And I know what you're gonna say, red is impossible to get out. It is. It is. Red's impossible to cover, and I knew that when I dyed my hair red, and yet I still did it, so. Now I'm suffering the consequences. I got a slightly lighter color brown than I got last time. This is like closer to my natural hair color. The color I got last time was like slightly darker. And I don't know if I regret that or not. We'll see. Also, we can all acknowledge I don't look my best right now, but I wasn't gonna get ready to dye my hair because I still have to get in the shower and wash it all out, and then it would all, so why would I do that? Why would I do that? So I'm gonna get ready after I dye my hair, so I promise by the end of this video I will be hot. That's a bold claim. But just trust me, trust the process. I'm gonna give the same disclaimer I give every single time I do my hair in a video. I am not a professional, I do not know what I'm doing, but it's always worked for me, so I will keep doing it this way, regardless of what you say to me. So if it makes you upset when people dye their hair with zero technique, or if you're a professional hairstylist, and you're gonna get upset, I would just say click off now, because I will not be doing this properly. Sorry. Let's just do the damn thing, shall we? Oh, I'm taking this off. I don't want to get my Garfield shirt all hair dyed. Okay. I always forget what I'm doing. I'm gonna open the window. Actually, it's 50 degrees outside. 50 degrees. Which might not sound that warm. Fahrenheit, by the way. Which might not sound that warm, but for February in New England, that's very warm. And I will be taking advantage of that today, which is why I'm trying to get this done earlier in the day so that I can do things before the sun goes away. I'd like to personally apologize about the fact that the cars are now going to be louder driving by. But I had to open the window because the hair dye, just like the smell, literally makes me feel like I'm suffocating every single time. So, also, poncho. Once again, shout out to my friend Lily for this idea, because like I'm sure other people do it, but she was the first person I saw do it, and it literally like blew my mind because I was flabbergasted. I always have to read the directions, even though I've done this like a gazillion times. That's not true. I just lied to you. So, I've dyed my hair a gazillion times. This is only the third time I've used box dye, and it's all been just the brown. But after 3 times, you'd think I would have remembered the steps. But no. I have Madison Beer's new song stuck in my head. It's so fucking good. So fucking good. I think we're having a pop girly renaissance, and I'm thriving. I'm really enjoying it. I've said this in multiple videos, but just have a big fat girl kisser crush on Madison Beer. So, Madison, if you're seeing this, just give me one chance. Please. Or just be my friend. I would also like that. Great heavens. Should I section my hair first? Jesus Christ. I hate sectioning my hair to do anything. It really makes me angry, and I know that it's more efficient, but I every single time like have to decide whether or not I even want to do that. I will this time, I guess. But I did have like a little hair clip, like a mini claw clip, like the medium-sized ones that are like this big. I'm over-explaining, but I don't know where it is, so I'm gonna have to use a hair tie to do this, and that never works well. Trigger warning, giant forehead. I said I'd be hot by the end of the video. I said nothing about the middle. Wait. Should I cut my hair first? Just like the ends. Just because they're dead, and I don't want to... I know I just put this up, but I don't want to dye like hair that I'm going to cut off later. So I might as well just cut it off now, yeah? Again, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a professional. This is just what I do every time. If it's going to make you mad, just skip this. A paintbrush. Next side. Is it gonna be even? Probably not, but I really don't care. That's the thing. Is like, people are like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that. You ruined your hair. And I'm like, the thing is I'm sure that would be upsetting if I cared at all what my hair looked like. My hair used to be such a like security blanket. I didn't do anything to my hair at all until I was like 18. And then once I started doing things to my hair, I just couldn't stop. And now I'm this, so... And now I just have no care in the world when it comes to my hair. Anywho, I'll even it out later. I'm always afraid when I cut the tip off that it's just gonna like fling into my eyeball. It never does, but I'm always worried. Had to knock on wood because I said it never does and now I'm scared. I have a brilliant business idea. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say this. I have plans that I cannot share with you because the haters will sabotage me. It has to do with knocking on wood. Maybe I will share it with you because like at least this is proof like that I said it first. Unless it already is a thing. In which case... But basically, you know, like, I guess it's not even actually really a business idea because, like, Jenga blocks already exist. But basically, if you ever just, like, said something that felt like a jinx and you really wanted to, like, knock on wood but you couldn't find anything wood around you, just, like, carry a Jenga block in your pocket at all times. And then you always have wood with you. Portable-sized wood. Let's begin, shall we? I just have to listen to this song one time. First application, no going back. Not that I'd want to. Again, no technique. You know what's so wild? I was watching my old videos the other day just for like nostalgia purposes, even though they're like really not that old. But I was watching my old videos the other day and it's crazy to me how I look somehow exactly the same and also completely different. And it's more than just like the fact that I've changed how I do my makeup and whatnot, but like it's crazy. Aging is crazy. Not that I'm like much older, but it's like, you know they say like women go through second puberties in their 20s? I feel like that's happened to me, or happening currently, because I just feel like I look so different. If I could pick one age to be forever, I think I would want to be like 22 forever. I don't know why, but I feel like that's a good age to just always be. Also, speaking of age, I feel like my birthday just happened, so I'm very flabbergasted, gobsmacked, if you will, that it is already coming up again. In a couple months, but like, how? I'll probably vlog my birthday again this year. I did that last year, and I like didn't do a whole lot, but it still was like a cute little vlog, and I enjoyed it. And I had a really good birthday last year. My friend Jen came and hung out with me on my birthday last year, and it was just so fun. We got burritos, and I don't actually remember what we did, but it was fun and cute, and I love Jen. Super recently, it was Jen and I's 2-year friendiversary. Shout out Jen. She watches my videos sometimes, so maybe she'll see this. Love you. Every time I think about filming videos like these where I'm just like yapping at you guys while doing something or just yapping in general, I'm always like, oh, I have like these things that I want to talk about. Like these are the things that I want to tell them. And then by the time I hit record, no more thoughts. All of them are gone. Great heavens. I think it's almost time to take down a layer. What do you think? I just asked my brother if he wants to go on a walk with me again because it is 50 fucking degrees outside, and he said yes, so I'm very excited. And now I'm like, I want to be done doing this so that I can go. Not that I'm not having fun filming videos. I love filming videos. It's genuinely my favorite thing to do ever. But I also really love to go on fun little hot girl walks when it is warm outside and also hang out with my brother. I've said this before, but I genuinely feel so bad for people who have bad relationships with their siblings or just like aren't close with their siblings. Because, like, my brother is my best friend in the whole world, and so it just, like, I can't grasp that idea. My brother and I aren't twins, but we always say we have should-have-been twin telepathy, because we share a brain, basically. And I feel like, you know how most of the time twins do, like, everything together? And then, yeah. I feel like that's how my brother and I were, because, like, trauma. We had just childhood trauma and whatnot, so we just relied on each other a lot, and I didn't really have other friends growing up, so shout out to Alex for real for being my only friend as a child. There was also a whole year of my life where I didn't speak to anyone but Alex. Like, I spoke through him. Like, I would tell him what I wanted to say to other people, and then he would tell them. I was a child. This wasn't like... Because I've had, like, insane anxiety since birth. Like, I don't remember a time I wasn't anxious. But because I was so anxious, I relied on Alex a lot for things. So, again, shout out to him for putting up with that, because that must have been very obnoxious. I don't know that he watches my videos. He watches the ones that he's in. My mom also only watches the ones he's in. That's a joke, sort of. I don't know. It's like an inside joke. I'm just so excited for spring. I know it's not spring yet. Like, I'm getting my hopes up. This happens literally every year where it starts to get warm and is like in the 50s and high 40s. And I'm like, oh my god, springtime. And then every year everyone's like, girl, you know it's not springtime yet. Like, you know it's gonna drop back down to like the 20s again in like 2 days. And every year I'm always like, springtime. And then disappointed when it does in fact drop back down to the 20s in 2 days. And I did check the weather, and it is supposed to do that. But I'm gonna live in my little delusion that it's springtime and live today like it is springtime. Actually, one of my favorite things in the whole world is like the first real day of spring. Like, not like calendar first day of spring, but the day it first really feels like spring, when you like maybe are cleaning and you open all of your windows and like the crisp air comes in and it smells like spring, which is really just smelling like mud, but it's such a like nostalgic smell, and it just like makes you feel warm inside, and like you hear birds singing, and it just like feels magical, and like you're in a little bubble where nothing can go wrong, and it just like, do you know what I mean? But I love to like go on walks on that day, but I also love to just like open all of my windows and then like lay on the floor near the window and just soak it all in. I remember at my old, like my childhood apartment technically, but I'm gonna call it childhood home. At my childhood home that burnt down and I almost died in, we had this giant bay window. It was so beautiful, and it like was the best to just be in front of when it was sunny and like soak in all of the light, and like it was amazing until my stalker started standing outside of it in the tree line. That wasn't super amazing because like it was a big window and like not ideal to have somebody staring into it from your yard. But you know, fuck it, we ball. I just like very much trauma dumped in that sentence. I mentioned almost dying in a house fire, losing my childhood home in a house fire, and being stalked. I've mentioned all of those things before on this channel, but if this is your first video, hi, I'm Anna. I do kind of want to do a story time on the fire, not like the fire itself, because like, story time, the house caught on fire. Like, that's not like, duh, but on what I think caused it, because they didn't really do an investigation on what caused it. They actually blamed my brother, which didn't make any sense. Like, what they said happened didn't make any sense at all. They blamed it on my brother's candles, but they were brand new candles that he had never lit. So how did they spontaneously combust? Like, I don't... But I think someone did it. I've told this story on YouTube before, like when I first did YouTube, before I quit the first time. But I think I could tell the story better now, and like I have more, like more has happened since then that like kind of confirms what I think. So yeah, I kind of want to do like a little story time video on that, but I don't know if people would care or want that. But maybe I'll do it anyway, I don't know. I did used to have one of those like brush applicators for hair dye, but I lost it, so now I just do this. Does it work as well? Probably not. Oh well. That's gonna turn brown. Okay, whatever. I don't really care that much. I'll just wear long sleeves. I wish I could tap my phone without my hands right now, because I want to see what time it is. And I don't have my Siri set up, because nothing makes me more irrationally angry than accidentally turning on Siri, like when I didn't mean to, and it makes the stupid noise. Like, that just makes me so irrationally mad for absolutely no logical reason at all. So I just keep Siri off at all times. But then in times like this, it does cause issues. Ha, somebody texted me and my phone lit up. It's 11:50. Every single time I've said to anyone that I'm mad that like you can still see the red through the brown, especially now that it's faded, every single person I've said that to has been like, yeah, but it's like a nice auburn. Every single person. Not that that's a bad thing, I think it's like cute. That everyone's like, yeah, but it's like a nice auburn. Like, true. True. But auburn wasn't really what I was going for. But it is cute. And I love a good look at the bright side moment. Even though I'm also a chronic complainer, I try to be positive. I try to be optimistic. I try to look at the bright side, use positive talk. That's what I've really been working on these past few years, is like cutting down on negative self-talk and negative talk in general, because your words are powerful, and your words and your subconscious, it matters, okay, for like mindset. And I've just been trying to be more conscious of the things that I say, and it's been hard. But I think I've gotten much better at it. And I've also tried to correct, like, some of my loved ones' negative talk. But I think I'm just being annoying. I'm just big on, like, speaking things into existence. Whether you believe in it or not, like, what's the harm? Like, no harm, no foul, right? Like, what's the worst that could happen? You just start being a more positive person? Like, I would rather try and correct, like, I would rather try and be more conscious of the way I talk and become a more positive person on the off chance that I might speak good things into existence than continue to be negative and make myself miserable and also speak bad things into existence without knowing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, maybe. I think that if I really tried to be good at yodeling, I could be good at it. And the only thing that makes me believe that is blind faith and delusion. But I really do believe that. Also, I said it to my mom and she agreed, so. And I know, like, your mom has to be nice to you, but that's just not true. Because once I jokingly said that I think that I could have a successful rap career, and my mom laughed at me, so. I don't know what it says about me that my mom thinks that I could more be a successful yodeler than a successful rapper. But you know, you take what you can get. I just know this is still going to be so red afterwards and it's going to piss me off. So much of my hair is coming out and that's just so cool actually. Like, I love that. Like I love that. I was actually looking into getting a new bald spot. Like, how did you know? Like, you're kidding. You're kidding. I should probably split this last bit into 2 layers. However, I am lazy and somehow running behind my schedule that I set for myself in my brain, so perhaps I will not do that. Oh my god, my ears are itchy. Ah, oh, I forgot to put Aquaphor on my forehead. Aqua forehead. Sorry. I really should have bought 2 boxes of hair dye, because 1 box is usually, like, just barely enough, and I like the extra security of having 2 boxes. That was just way too big of a chunk of hair to do all at once, but you know? It's fine, like, it's fine, like, it's fine, like, it's really fine, like, actually, it's fine. God, I swear I had so many other things to say, and yet the worms in my brain have gone silent. Dormant, if you will. They're out enjoying the spring day. No, I guess maybe worms wouldn't enjoy a spring day, because I feel like all the birds are probably out. And that feels dangerous, just, like, objectively. Oh man, I almost just squirted that in my eyeball, so that would have been really cool. You know those things they have in, like, science labs for you to wash your eyes out if you get chemicals in them? I wish I had one of those for my house. However, I think I would be... I heard people talking outside my window, and it's open, so I'm scared. I don't want to do this anymore. It's still so red in so many places, and it's just, like, overwhelming to look at. I'm like, I have to cover all of that in hair dye. And that just feels like a lot. But it's nobody's fault but my own. If you were gonna slide into a celebrity/influencer's DMs, how would you do it? Like, what good opening line would you use? Because it's like, I'm sure they have, like, tons of DMs that are, like, fan behavior, you know what I mean? But if, like, you're, like, actually trying to slide, not just, like, be a fan, how would you stand out? Like, what would you say? This is all hypothetical, by the way. But I asked my friends this, and nobody had a good answer, so I'm asking you guys instead. I don't regret having a colored hair phase, because I loved all of the colors that I dyed my hair, and it literally was, like, so fun, and I loved expressing myself that way, but sometimes I do wonder what it would look like, what my hair would look like if I just never touched it. If I just left it alone, perhaps. My camera's dying, and that does make me want to go lay in the road. So you really think that I would have acquired a spare battery by now, but no, of course not. Because that would make things far too easy for myself, and where's the fun in that? Also, I wasn't talking about Madison Beer earlier when I was talking about sliding into someone's DMs. Although I would love to. I do think she has a boyfriend, so I would respect that and not try and slide into her DMs. I was talking about somebody who I had a crush on when I was like 14, and my crush has recently been resurrected, and so I was like, I could just slide. Because, like, what's the harm in trying, right? I'm not gonna say who, because I don't want to sabotage myself, just in case. Before you're like, oh, you think you can pull, like, famous people. They're just people. They're just people, and they're a lot easier to pull than you think. That makes me sound cocky, but, like, I'm not even just saying for just me. Like, I'm saying, like, they're just people. Okay, I think this is the last of the hair dye. I just squeezed, like, as much as I possibly could into my hands. I'm just gonna gather all of it up. Stick it to the top of my head as best as possible. Certainly a look. Certainly a choice. Okay, now for my favorite part. I should probably keep my gloves on for this, but I'm not going to because I think it'll make it harder. Granted, it will be messier without it, but whatever. Ta-da! And now my hair is covered. So easy. This is certainly what I look like right now, so take that in. I'm gonna let this sit for like half hour to an hour-ish, I don't know. Some amount of time, and then I'm gonna wash it out, and then I'll come back to you, and I guess I have to plug in my fucking camera battery anyway, so I'll be right back. Hey. 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 I did get really distracted and almost forgot to film the second part of this video. My bad. My brother came over. Well, actually, I met my brother. Met up with him. And then we went on a little walkie to take advantage of the fact that it literally felt like springtime outside. And then we walked back to here, and then we hung out for a while, and I totally just, like, lost track of time, and now it's 7:25. So. But yeah, this is the reveal. It is still red. But like I said, I knew it was still going to be red. I just wanted it to be less faded. And at least in most lighting, it still looks mostly brown. I think. You guys are probably looking at this and being like, that looks exactly like what it looks like in the beginning. And fair. Fair. On camera, I feel like it looked less red than it did in person. And it does look less red now than it did. Regardless. I promised to look hot by the end of this video. Do I think this is the hottest I've ever looked? Absolutely not. Do I think I am hot? Yeah. You know, like the hair accounts, like the salon accounts, and they go. My hair always looks so much. It's like every time I dye my hair, it looks so straight after. But it, like, looks nice. No complaints. It's kind of frizzy and hard to brush. That's okay. It's fine. Thank you for joining me on this journey. That sounded really dramatic and also a little bit corny, but that's okay. Thank you for joining me dyeing my hair for the 8,000th time. I think this is maybe my, like, 4th or 5th video dyeing my hair on this channel. And it will not be my last. Granted, I do intend for all of my next ones to just be me redying the brown. Because I said I was going to leave my hair alone, color-wise. Until it grows out. Because my roots are down to, like, here, I think. So until it, like, grows out, and then I can just, like, and then literally leave it alone, I'll just be redying it brown. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next Monday.